Deb, what you up to now? Day 3094. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to this Documenting My Journey segment. I like to share what I'm learning, the lessons learned, as I have gone from lots of brick and mortar businesses to the online world of business and back and forth again. After my divorce, I was like, okay, I don't want to do anything I used to do with my ex-husband. What could I do that's completely different? And of course, we had not really ever done anything online. I grew up in the internet age when the internet came to being. And so I thought, why not? Let's check it out and see what happens. So this segment was kind of born about a year after I had come online. I, like everybody else, was scared to death to do videos, so I did not do them until I was urged by my mentors ad nauseum to the point of I just knew I had to do it. So hopped online, been online ever since. And now I share what's working, what's not working. I call it the good, the bad, the beautiful, because I want to focus on what's working and do more of that and forget about the stuff that doesn't work, tweak it till it works, or decide, oh my gosh, that is not for me. And I'll give you an example that I'm working on right now. I am working on formatting my videos in a way that's more consistent and makes sense. Why? Because people like that. According to all of the platforms, people want to see content in a certain way. So I came up with my own format, my own framework, and I've been trying it. This is actually my weekly, this is another system I came up with. I have to have a week in view, the main things that I have to do, my main priorities for each day of the week, every week. And then it's a new thing I'm starting, and then a checklist of my 3 key things I want to make sure I do every single day, like create my 3 videos of content, which I think that it's such a habit. I really don't need a checklist for it, but I like it because I want to create systems that I can share with other people. What works for me might work for you. What works for me might not work for you. There are not very many people I know that do content every single day. I do it because it gets me up and gets me going and keeps me moving, which is something I needed as I've gone through different experiences in my life. It's like with chronic pain. I found that the only way out of chronic pain was taking action and frickin' moving every single day, no matter how much it hurt. And I've discovered that it hurt more to a point, and then it would start to ease up. Because a lot of times with the things that are challenging for me, it's a matter of getting it moving and keeping it moving. I have systemic arthritis, and if I don't keep everything moving all the time, and not all the time, but you know what I mean, actually moving and exercising and walking every day, I get stiffer and sorer and worse. That's way off topic today. So I'm working on this format, and it is clunky as hell. Not even gonna lie. It's like people script out all of their videos for YouTube and things, and then they have teleprompters and things, and they read them off. I can't do that. Number one, I can't see. I'm legally blind. I cannot see. Not that I don't like the word can't, but I have limited vision, and so I have to use the vision that I have, but it isn't going to be reading a teleprompter, and it isn't going to be reading notes. And so I've decided I'm just going to make big print of the format and then just talk about each of the things, and that's how I will learn to use a more structured approach to doing my YouTube videos, things like that. So I want to just say I'm on the struggle bus right now with this, and I'll figure it out. I know I'll figure it out. I always do. And I think it's just practice. I think it's just, hey, here's a better format to get your message across. Here's a better format so that people will actually listen to your videos and your content and care about it because it's presented in a way that makes sense to them. And I definitely know my brain thinks different than most people, so I think I need to listen to some of that advice and coaching from other entities. If you guys want me to share some of the stuff I actually do every day and in my life, hit me up and ask. For example, one of the things I do every morning is I pull a card. I'm actually working and using the Believe deck from Victoria Gallagher right now because I'm in her community on the school platform. Love her and all she does. I have her app. I've got all of her products and services. I've read all her books, and I've been a big participant in her community. And so she created this physical deck on the urging of us in the community, which I love when people actually, listen to what their raving fans say and then actually do that. So she created this cool deck, and every morning before I do anything else, I get ready and everything, before I start recording my content, I pull one of these cards, and I usually ask a question about the day or a project that I'm working on. And then the message is just fun. I've done this, and I think I've shared this before. I have probably at least 24 different types of decks that I like. A lot of them go along with books, like You Can Heal Your Life, Louise Hayes. There's a deck for that. Wayne Dyer, I've got a couple of his decks. I think there's I don't know if he's got a deck or just the little mini books. I like the mini books too. I like anything that keeps me and my mindset positive that I can carry along with me if I'm going about my day. This one goes right on top of my annual challenge journal book, and I see it dozens of times a day, and it reminds me of the message that is there for me. Each one has an affirmation on it. So for example, today is the raindrop. It says, what you're doing is working, even if it isn't happening, it's happening drop by drop. And then the affirmation for the day is, tiny steady actions create big results. So true. I am an example of that. Single daily action has an incredible impact on us. All right, what else is going on? I'm in a coaching program, love it. I finally have structured it, which is the other part of this, is like, I need a structure that I follow, and as soon as I get it into a daily routine, I won't need to track or have the structure anymore. But I've been in there a few months, and I am not following instructions. My God, imagine that. Me not following someone else's instructions, which, if I'm paying a coach to learn something from them, I have to follow their instructions. I can't do it my own way. I can't reinvent the wheel. I mean, I've been trying, and that's failing. So, how many days do you bump your head against the wall, and then you say, Uncle, I give. Let me go back to the beginning, start over, and do what you told me to in the first place that I really didn't get or understand. Anyway, it's a learning experience, right? We're either earning or learning. That's something that a lot of people say, and it's so true. If we're not learning something new, or when we are learning something new, we might not be earning, but once we learn that new lesson and figure it out and make it our own, boom, the sky's the limit. All right, go out, make it an amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.